Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Five Star Stadium for today's contest between the Brentwood War Eagles and the Gatewood Gators. I am Brant Daughtry, being joined by Brett Taylor, and we will have your call for today. Gatewood, Brett, going for a three-peat today.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a great matchup. Brentwood comes in 9-2 on the season. They were 0-1 in Region 1 AA, but obviously got here. The one loss I think that they had in the AA ranks was to this Gatewood Gators team in a close ball game. So this will be a rematch of a regular season contest, and it should be a good matchup. Obviously, they met earlier in the year, and it was a good game then. So, I expect to see a very closely contested state championship game. And conversely, Gatewood comes in. They are 11-1, 2-0 in Region 1 AA, and they were the 1 AA champs. Their lone loss of the season came at the hands of another state final competitor. That'd be the John Millage Trojans in AAA. So,
we'll see them later tonight.
Right. Obviously, Gatewood definitely has that championship pedigree like we talked about. They come in as a two-time defending state champions. Last year, Luke Haley had a huge game, and we'll expect to see big things out of him. We've seen him once already this year, as we normally cover the Westfield Hornets, and we saw them play in Eatonton earlier in the year in a great ball game between two very good teams. And Gatewood is just about the same looking team as they were last year, to be honest with you.
Yep.
And Brentwood, I know this is their first time in a while being in the state championship, but looks like they're probably going to have a little bit these two teams are probably going to be a little bit more evenly matched as far as offenses versus offense. It looks like, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the Brentwood starting lineup. The Brentwood starting lineup looks like this. The War Eagles will attack with at quarterback number 17 McKinley Newton, at fullback number 30 Thomas Denton, two halfbacks number 10 Ben Tarbutton and number 19 Robert Jackson. And then you've got split end number 21 Hart Williford, tight end number 14 Ford Shepard. And then the line looks like this: at right tackle, number 54, Bryce Rhodes. At right guard, number 8, Drew Johnson. At center, number 78, Maddox McLaren. At left guard, number 62, Jackson Collins. And at left tackle, number 70, Alan Wang. So that's what I'm mentioning. It looks like it's going to be a run-first type offense for Brentwood with two halfbacks and a fullback in that offensive formation. And their defense, Brant, looks like this. You've got two free safeties, number 10, Ben Tarbutton, number 17, McKinley Newton. And at cornerbacks, you have number 34, Wells Muller, number 12, Will Wright. At linebackers, you got four of them, number 62, Jackson Collins, number 8, Drew Johnson, number 30, Thomas Denton, and number 14, Ford Shepard. And at defensive tackles, you have number 78, Maddox McLaren, number 70, Alan Wang, and at nose guard, number 72, Carson Everett. So those are the starters for the War Eagles at Brentwood School. So as you can tell, it looks like going to be probably a run-first game, I would imagine, for both of these teams. And we'll go ahead and quickly look at the Gatewood Gators. Their defensive lineup will look like this. Two safeties, number 10, Bryce Johnson, number 37, Landon Wilson. Two cornerbacks, number 12, Blake Haley, and number 3, Charlie Rutherford. Linebackers, number 27, Austin Johnson, and number 60, Will Harper. Two defensive ends, number 17, Jack Schneider, and number 15, Jason Berner. And defensive tackles, number 80, Garrick Embry, and number 55, Cam Huskins. And at nose tackle, number 6, Ben Paxson. And then the offensive starters for Gatewood, as we mentioned earlier, number 11 at quarterback, Luke Haley. Fullback will be number 7, Evan Bennett, At running back, number 10, Bryce Johnson. Two wide receivers, number 2, Rhett Rainey, and number 3, Charlie Rutherford. At tight end, number 15, Jason Berner. And then the line will look like this. Number 55, Cam Huskins will be at right tackle. Number 65 at right guard, J.P. Hayes. At center, number 70, Case McMichael. At left guard, number 80, Garrick Embry. And at left tackle, number 77, Chase Middleton. So those are the starting lineups for both squads. And then we've got the captains, Brent, and I'll let you run them down real quick.
I'll run them down. Squads. For Brentwood, only one captain. That's number 14, Ford Shepard, the senior outside linebacker. For Gatewood, we've got 5 guys out there. Number 11, Luke Haley. Number 3, the wide receiver, Charlie Rutherford. number 80, Garrick Embry, the left guard, and number 10, Bryce Johnson, the tailback for the Gators. And Johnson going to handle the coin toss duties with the social distancing put in place here. We've seen this all year. If you have multiple captains, only one can go out there and take care of the coin toss in this crazy year that we've had. Yeah,
and it's honestly, I'm just glad that we're to this point.
Oh, and, absolutely. Getting to this point is a win in itself.
Is kind of an amazing feat considering all the obstacles that had to be overcome and all the precautions put in place. So it's definitely a positive that we're here and playing at Mercer University for another year for the state championships. And this was kind of determined late in the game. They were still trying to determine what the outlet was going to be like, COVID related, and GISA and Mercer came together and were able to figure out a path forward. And so a good event here. We get to continue to have it. Obviously, they've got the precautions in place, and let's play football.
Absolutely. So Brentwood has won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. And will choose to defend, I believe that is the north end zone, if my compass is correct. So Gatewood will receive to start the game, and we'll get to see Luke Haley out here, the MVP of last year's game. Brett, he had something like 350 yards on the ground by himself. He is a phenomenal athlete at that quarterback spot for the Gators, and looking to go out a winner here as in his last game at Gatewood.
Yeah, I think one of the most impressive things from in my opinion, for Luke Haley is just his ability to run that offense and run that option game and really do it in a way that you don't know who has the football, and it's very difficult to defend because to tackle the football, you really got to find it first, and he does a good job of, disguising the look and really running it to perfection and reading, and reading and giving and pitching off of the correct defender and knowing what to do.
Absolutely. So here come the Eagles. They'll be here on our near sideline, and they're all whites with blue helmets.
Yeah, so
Gatewood will take the far side.
Looks like Brentwood's 2 losses on the season. JMA was one of their losses early in the year. And as you mentioned, Gatewood coming out with the American flags. That's a nice tribute. And then they lost at home 22-18 to Gatewood. That was late in November. So these teams haven't it's been just a couple weeks since they last played each other. It looks like November 20th. So, it should be, like I said, I believe this will probably be a very good matchup tonight. And obviously Gatewood comes in, probably has a little bit more championship experience, we'll call it. But, it looks like based on the box score, Brentwood was winning that game into the fourth quarter, and Gatewood had to come from behind. So we'll see if that kind of holds true, and we have a tight one here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you talked about, experience going to be a big factor between the two teams. 2 freshmen starting and 1 sophomore. Everyone else is a junior or a senior. For Gatewood especially, all juniors and seniors across the board except for their freshman fullback, Evan Bennett. And we saw that kid earlier this year, Brett, covering Westfield. That kid does not look like a freshman. Listed at 6'1", 170, runs like he's a little bit bigger than that. He's a very impressive fullback to watch.
Well, and like you said, he's got the ability to really bust one there on the inside, and just when you're focusing all your attention to Luke Haley, he's going to bust a big one on a give up the middle, and really that's where Gatewood's dangerous if they're able to set the tone with that inside run game.
Kickoff on the way. It's an onside, and it does not go the required 10 yards.
So
that's not a great start for Brentwood.
Gatewood will have great field position to start this drive.
Right. I think they're going to mark it right where the Brentwood player touched it. So on the plus 47, Luke Haley and his offense coming out here in an excellent field position.
And I'm sure what Coach Burt Brown was trying to accomplish there is to get just catch them off guard and steal a possession, if you will.
Yep. Kicker Jason Berner just didn't quite execute there correctly. like you say, try to get a little momentum swinging your way against a team that you have already lost to this year in a close game, and you probably felt like you should have won that game.
Right. So it'll tack on an actual penalty for illegal touching to that.
It'll be spotted now at the 42-yard line. Going from right to left on your screen. Standard I formation. They like to run out of this. They like to run out of everything. Give to Bennett straight up the middle. Still on it. Nope. Play got whistled dead before it started. And it'll be an offsides call as the preliminary reading.
Wow. Lined up in the neutral zone. Had to be, because that's a dead ball foul in high school.
Yep. So now it's 1st and 5 from the 37. You haven't run a play yet, and you're on the plus 37.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, you'll take that every time if you're Gatewood.
Give to Bennett up the middle. Going to push the pile forward a little bit. Got maybe 3.
Good defensive job right there. But, you know, Gatewood's in a great position here against Brentwood with 1st down and 5 now, 2nd down and 2, we'll call it. They can really run any play out of their playbook that they want.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you've still got 3rd and 4th down.
Haley not really known for his arm, but he does have one. He can complete passes. You may take a play-action shot here if you're feeling it. Nope, they're going to give to Bennett again. He's going to work his way through the pile, and he will be tackled right at the 1st down marker. Should be enough.
Yeah, just a good job again by Luke Haley reading that defender, and he crashed in on him. He gave the ball to the fullback and picked up the 1st down.
Yep, it will be enough, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32. Again, this will probably be the formation that Gatewood comes out in for most of the night. That time just a straight handoff, no read there. Bennett carrying guys down to the 26. He got hit after a gain of 2 and just carried the defender for a gain of 5 or 6.
Yeah, it looks like it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. And just a quick hitter, as you mentioned, up the middle. And right now, Brentwood need to focus on trying to get some penetration into that backfield and disrupt this option game.
Pitch out to the tailback, trying to work outside, and not much there. Great tackle that time from number 10.
And there's a flag down on the play. It was a great job by the defense. We may get a hold on this call, on this play, from where that initial look is on the flag. It's in the territory of where you would see holding normally.
Bryce Johnson, the tailback on the carry.
Illegal shot block.
Don't see that called very often.
Nope, but obviously I would assume either someone went low when they weren't supposed to, or someone was engaged.
Right.
And
that's usually when you see that call, is when you get a high-low block.
Right. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty, it looks like. No, 15-yard.
15, personal foul, I think.
Right, and it'll remain 2nd down, though, I believe.
Yep, but now all the way back at the 41.
So no, it was just a
10-yarder.
10-yarder.
Yep.
Right.
So now 2nd down and 20. Got him behind the change now. Give to Bennett up the middle, breaks 1 tackle and falls forward after a gain of a couple. And it'll bring up about a 3rd and 15.
Well, now you got to think that Gatewood is all the way back pretty much where they started this drive.
Yeah, pretty much. Penalties, man, those are drive killers, especially when you when you have a run first offense like Gatewood does.
You get behind the schedule, if you will.
3rd down and 15 from the 37. Coming out in the shotgun for this look.
I would get Haley out. No, they're going to throw a
screen, and he threw it over the head of his intended receiver, trying to get it to number 3, Charlie Rutherford. Threw it into the sideline, so that'll bring up 4th and 15, and Gatewood will have to punt after getting excellent field position.
Yeah, and you got to think that this is a huge victory for Brentwood.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Haley right there, I think just a little bit amped up, and obviously throws that high.
said the wrong kicker a minute ago, I just realized.
So 9:31 to go here in the first quarter. It looks like Gatewood's keeping their offense on.
Yeah, it does.
So
I figure they must think they're deep enough that their defense can handle this.
Either that or they're going to do a pooch out of the...
Nope.
But they're going to go for it.
Going to throw it deep, one-on-one matchup. Picked off unnecessarily.
Right.
That's basically a punt. But give it to him, number 34, Wells Muller, with the pick down at the 10 now.
If you're Coach Burt Brown, obviously you'd rather that ball not be knocked away and get the field position out to the, 38-yard line or somewhere around in there. But also don't want to see that ball completed.
Exactly. That's, great job on the pick, son, but you just gave up 28 yards.
Right.
But now McKinley Newton going to come out and try to drive his offense 90 yards downfield and take the lead. Toss sweep to the tailback, trying to get outside. Knocks off one tackler, now going down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds after a first down.
So good first play there for Brentwood, starting out with a, about 12-yard run on that play.
Yep, just about.
Just a great job of blocking on the outside and then utilizing the stiff arm by the running back.
I think that was Thomas Denton on the carry.
Looks like they're going into the wing tee.
Yep.
Well, kind of the broken bone, if you will. They've got those backs turned.
Man in motion, going to give to the fullback up the middle, spins off one tackle and falls forward for a gain of 4. He was stopped in the backfield, spun off it, and then fell forward for a gain of 4.
It's a good job.
That was Thomas Denton.
Not going down on first contact right there by Denton. Yards after contact, and that's something that's all effort, all extra drive to try to pick up more yardage. How dejected do you think Gatewood may be after having great field position, picking up a first down, and then not able to move the ball after that?
Give up the middle to the fullback, and he busts one, looking for a block. He's been tripped up, slowed down, still tracking guys. Finally flung down at the 34.
Tell you what a run right there. As you said, he almost was tripped up from behind. He's able to keep his feet, keep his balance, and he gets all the way inside the 35-yard line.
Thomas Denton, the 6'2", 200-pound junior fullback, with a monster run there.
Yeah, great field position, huge pickup right there for Brentwood. Just an awesome run. Can definitely tell who they're going to hang their hat on running the football so far in this first drive. Denton seems to be their go-to back.
Certainly their biggest. Man in motion, going to give on the sweep now, looking to get outside, puts his foot in the ground, and gets upfield. Number 19, Robert Jackson on the carry, gains 4.
And, that was a play that when we watched Gatewood and Westfield play that Gatewood actually had some trouble with, is that speed sweep or jet sweep, and handed it off in motion. And there you see they give up, 4 yards on the pickup. So that'll bring up second down at 6.
That was a great job by Jackson of just sticking his foot in the ground and getting upfield when he had a moment, too. In motion again. Give it to him again. Speed sweep, same play. And drag down after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
So here, I think
Schneider going to get credit for the tackle.
If you're Brentwood, you're probably in the same position that Gatewood was in on their last drive. You put yourself in probably a 4-down territory here with 3rd, and we'll call it a long 4, short 5.
Man in motion, tried to draw him off, didn't quite work. Ben Tarbutton, excuse me. And did they jump?
I guess they did. So
yeah, I didn't see him move, but they're calling offsides.
Not unless somebody was lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody jump per se, but, that's going to net a first down for Brentwood, and they pick it up without even having to run a play.
Yeah, the old hut play, as I like to call it. Brentwood going with a no huddle offense here, looking at the wristbands. That was always fun for me. Give to Denton up the middle, looking for a hole, and tripped up on his own blocker.
Yeah, better job right there at Gatewood closing that hole. Only picks up a yard. But, as the field gets, starts to shrink a little bit, you get closer to into the red zone, it becomes a little bit easier with that inside run game to pack everybody down in there.
Yep. We don't know what kind of a throwing quarterback McKinley Newton is.
Right, our commentating has been slanted a little bit towards Gatewood, but that's just because we've seen them obviously last year and then earlier this year, so we know a little bit more about Gatewood than we do Brentwood. But on this first drive, I've been impressed.
Give and met in the backfield, hammered, was number 10, Ben Tarbutton.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, and I think it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11, so we may find out what the throwing game, the passing game for Brentwood will look like here on 3rd and 11.
I think that was Will Harper that met him in the backfield, the senior linebacker.
McKinley Newton, will find out how his arm looks here early in this contest, unless they try to run something like a screen or a draw.
Yep, now it looks like almost like a pooch punt formation. Nope, dropping back. Lefty just going to float when he's wide open, and he overthrew him.
That's one where,
man,
you just get it out there, and he's going to walk into the end zone.
Yep, Newton tried to float it up for number 8, Drew Johnson, and he was open by a lot, but I don't think it's going to matter because I think we had an illegal formation penalty.
Yeah, there's a flag down on the play at about the 24-yard line. See what the call is. Initial indication, it looks like it's going to go against Brentwood, but we'll see.
Nope, waving it off.
Going to wave it off.
It was a weird formation that Brentwood was in, but evidently nothing wrong with it. But now Gatewood has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 25, so 2 4th down stops in this one so far, and those chains probably need to get set on the far side.
Yeah, and Gatewood, I tell you, they missed a scoring opportunity there.
Was that 3rd down?
That was 3rd down.
So now it's 4th down. I thought that was 4th down. Excuse me. Play action here. He's just going to heave it up into the air, in the air, and picked off again. Still looking for, going to get a holding call here on the far side, but down the far sideline and tackled finally at the 47. Number 3 with the interception for Gatewood, and Charlie Rutherford.
This may end up being very similar to the last drive where maybe you just bat that ball down because you bring it out of the end zone or fall down in the end zone, get the touchback. Because if that flag is on Gatewood, it's going to be inside half the distance from the, 9-yard line. So that'll be the 4.5-yard line where they'll start this possession. So again,
assuming that foul stands, it looked like a holding but I saw something down there that they may call a crackback block,
like a blindside.
Yeah, which is illegal now.
So we'll see what the call is.
They're going to call it. They're going to move it back. Oh, a face mask.
So it was a face mask against Brentwood.
How about that?
Wow. Yeah, I did not see that coming, but
I didn't either. So
obviously
that'll move the ball even further forward. So Charlie Rutherford, forgive us. You made a great play, son.
Yeah, great play. I just was thinking that may end up being worse for Gatewood, but that was the initial thought on the flag. But good play there to get it out, and they're going to have great field position back to where they started their first drive.
Yep, down to the
37-yard line.
Yep. So they'll start at the 37.
How about that? 2 drives where it looks like both teams are probably going to score. Brentwood probably had the best opportunity, just missed a wide-open receiver, and it's still 0-0, and Gatewood's got great field position. Yeah, they got to figure out the chains on the other side. Struggling right now is that chain.
It looks like it got tangled up somewhere.
They are struggling. 5:20 to go here in the first. No score.
Fake. Haley's going to take it himself, and he's not going to get much, maybe 1 yard.
Tell you what, Brentwood's starting to really clamp down on that run game. Gatewood's, I think, probably going to have to throw a few wrinkles at them early, probably earlier than they wanted to. Coach Ratliff probably formulating some different looks over there on the sidelines to try to figure out how to combat what Brentwood's doing defensively. Of course, Gatewood's going to do what they do. So eventually they're expecting that line to kind of wear a team down.
Straight drop back for Haley, looking for a man. Now scrambling. Gets out of a sack. Now being chased down. Going to try to tuck it and run. He'll escape. Gets a block. Past the first down and more. Down to the 15-yard line.
Houdini.
Yep, exactly. That was some impressive escapability shown off by Luke Haley.
Yeah, he kind of set up that tackler too and ducked up under him because he didn't get rid of the ball because he saw him coming and he knew he could just kind of duck under the tackle, get around him, and once he did, he had pretty much smooth sailing from there on out. He had a couple linemen trying to chase him down from behind, but they're never going to catch up with him. Too much speed.
So 1st and 10 from the 15 after the impressive run by Haley. Going to give to the fullback straight up the middle. Hit just as he got it.
That's Denton again, I believe.
Yep, that was Denton on the hit.
That'd be a yard loss, I believe, on the play and bring up 2nd down and 11 or 12.
Tried to get it to Evan Bennett. So Thomas Denton, through about 9 minutes, is having a whale of a game so far.
Yeah, I would say he's probably a candidate so far for the player of this game.
Toss sweep here to the short side, trying to work his blockers, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, running to that short side, that sideline becomes a factor, and Brentwood does a nice job of turning it back to the inside and closing in on the tackle and brings up 3rd down and 10. And now here's what has plagued both of these offenses, Brent, is they've gotten in long down and distances late in the series inside the red zone and haven't been able to convert.
Number 10, Bryce Johnson with that last carry. Like you say, now it's 3rd down and 11. Haley looking for a receiver, has a man, and he got hit as he caught it, and he dropped it.
Wow,
great defense there. I believe that's number 19, Robert Jackson, who broke up the pass.
Yeah, just bang play there. Good job of not, hitting a defenseless receiver, but doing enough to knock the ball out.
Yep.
And you've got to be careful this day and age in the way that you tackle, especially in the pass game, because those receivers across the middle are exposed, and you know what the rules are now. So, of course, I don't know if they're as restrictive in high school, but you definitely, anything up high can be called.
Jason Berner on to attempt a field goal, and it is good. So Gatewood takes a 3-0 lead with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. So a pretty solid drive there, stalled out, but they're able to get 3 points out of it.
So, Brant, let's go through and thank our sponsors real quick at that scoring drive. I'd like to thank Athletic Junction, Beachview Event Rentals and Design, Formet Howard Shepherd Inc., St. Simon's Island Dental Associates, and 5 Star, who I believe sponsors 5 Star Stadium, obviously, which we are in right now here at Mercer University. Anderson Field, and right now Gatewood on top 3-0 over the Brentwood Eagles.
Yeah, pretty solid drive. You get an interception down there near the end zone to stop that scoring opportunity, and then you come back and you get a great return on that interception to about midfield. Then you get into field goal range, and Jason Berner knocks it through. And he will kick off here. Lefty kicker, not something you see very often. He will angle it, caught at the 5 on a line. Avoiding tacklers, and he gets it out to the 35. Pretty solid return by Brentwood. That's number 12, Will Wright.
So 1st and 10, we'll see if Brentwood can come out, and do they hand the ball off to Denton a little bit more and see what he can do. He had a big run on the last drive.
Yep, and obviously you can't run it with the same guy every play, but just based on that last drive, it looks like he's having a lot of success. I'd feed him.
You can.
I mean,
until
you
they
can.
stop it.
You can. Driving back to pass. Flipped it out to the flat, and he missed his receiver, threw it behind him.
Yeah, right now Newton just having trouble finding his release point on his passes because he's got open receivers there, just running a play-action pass into the flats and couldn't find the throw to get it out there into the flat.
Yeah, trying to get it to Ben Tarburton, his halfback. So now you put yourself in 2nd and 10 in a run-first offense. Give on the counter play, and that's not going to go anywhere either. Tarbutton hit right at the line of scrimmage.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10, and just like that, Gatewood threatening to get the football back in good field position yet again.
And now Hart Williford limping off for the Eagles. Looks like he has a twisted ankle, and he's going to get some attention from the trainers. The senior split end on the bench now. Handoff here to Denton, met right at the line of scrimmage, driven backwards and finally taken down. Number 17 got there first, Jack Schneider.
Yeah, they tried to sneak in that quick hitter on a obvious passing down, thinking they could bust Denton again, but Gatewood stays at home.
Jack Schneider, senior linebacker, blew that one up from the get-go.
Yeah, just a good job of the Gatewood Gators holding their gaps. They're kind of overloading this left side of the line, seeing if they can't maybe get some pressure on the punter. And there's a bad snap.
Yeah. Harlan Scott, and hits right off the side of his foot. It'll roll out to the 40. That's about a 5-yard punt, all said.
Yeah, that is not good if you are a Brentwood fan, because that really puts you behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, Harlan Scott, like you said, had a bad snap. He was able to control it, but it might have thrown off his rhythm just a little bit.
Yeah, just gives great field position again for Gatewood. They have started every possession, every drive inside the Brentwood 40-yard line. They've only come away with 3 points so far, but still, eventually that dam's going to bust.
First and 10 from the 39. And we're going to get a timeout called by Brentwood. Saw something they didn't like. They may have 12 guys out there. So we'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be right back. Gatewood leads Brentwood 3-0 with 1:05 here in the first quarter, right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online.
Welcome back. Gatewood getting started first and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Looking to capitalize on good field position. Give up the middle to Bennett. He pops through the other side and taken down by the safeties at the 30-yard line.
And we've seen it too many times from this Gatewood Gator offense over the last few years. Eventually, they're going to bust a big one. And if it's not Luke Haley right there, the fullback almost gets one going there, Evan Bennett. And he picks up 9 yards on the play. So, again, in great field position, every play in your playbook is at your disposal right here.
Give to Bennett again. No. Yep. And he's hit just past the line of scrimmage, but it will be enough for the first down.
Yeah, I got lost as well. I thought Luke Haley kept it.
I did too. He faked like he still had the ball.
Yeah, he carried out the rest of that option play very nicely, and Gatewood going to pick up another first down. I don't know if they're going to run a play. Got 29 seconds left here in the quarter, and we'll see if they opt to.
Yeah, well, that play clock is still running, and that game clock still has not started to run yet. So the option play flipped out to the tailback here, trying to cut back, and he'll have a very, very short gain. Bryce Johnson on the carry, and that will probably, nope, we have an injured Eagle on the field.
Yeah, I can't make out the number. It's a 1, and maybe the cornerback over there. Let's see who that might be. Let's see, cornerback 12, maybe Will Wright. Maybe.
And he's getting up and walking off under his own power now.
I can't see, his jersey's all bunched. It's all bunched. It's either 12 or 14, maybe. Do they have a 14? Yeah, Ford Shepard's 14. Maybe it was the safety. It is 14. Ford Shepard who comes off.
But the clock will run, and Gatewood looks to be heading to their sideline. Only 10 seconds left. They're going to let this quarter roll out. So Gatewood leads 3-0 and has the ball. 2nd and 9 when we come back to start the second quarter. You are watching GISA AA State Championship football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state, from Tallulah Falls to St. Simons Island, from Columbus to Augusta.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Gatewood with a 2nd down and 9, and immediately we have a stoppage.
That's interesting coming out of a quarter break.
Yeah. Whitecap stopped it and looked over at the Gatewood sideline.
Yeah, something not set up. I'm trying to look over at the chains. Not sure what's going on.
He might be counting the number of players for Brentwood.
Well, they got 11.
Well, Ford Shepard is back out there, and he was injured on the last play of the half, or of the quarter, so he has to come out for at least one play, I guess. I can't buy the kid back in with a quarter break, I guess.
Guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and Fort Shepherd does seem to be okay.
That right guard.
Yeah, we had a Gatewood jump.
That was the 55, the right guard. He was pulling on the play.
Yep, a little too excited to pull, and I understand. That's Cam Huskins, the junior. Well, they still have not thrown a flag or administered any penalty. There was definitely a flinch from Huskins. Yep, now they'll put it 5 yards back. There's the flag, and here's the Whitecap. So now you go from 2nd down and 9 to 2nd down and 14, and that's not what you want.
No, I mean, for a running offense, you've seen both of these teams struggle to throw the football in 3rd and long situations, 4th and long. So 2 interceptions so far, 1 for each team. Oh, the fullback got a big head start.
Bennett jumped by a lot. Ooh, boy. Hit pretty hard is number 10, Bryce Johnson. and hit by who else? Thomas Denton.
The fullback looked like he was getting out of the sprinter blocks. They're on like the 100-yard dash or something.
Yeah, I thought he moves pretty early too. So now 3rd down and 11. You're out of your comfort zone. What do you do?
Well, I think you probably run a run play to try to pick up half maybe. Go to your best running play, and then if you have to try to go to the air after that. But looks like they may be throwing the football, and we may have a timeout.
The wide receivers all started walking off, and then the play started, and it was kind of weird. You had a bunch set here to this near side with a tight end with his hand in the ground being one of the receivers bunched up, but they'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick one. Actually, Brett, why don't we run through our sponsors real quick?
Okay, I can do that. So we'd like to thank Athletic Junction, Beachview Event Rentals and Design, Formetco Sports, Atavis, H&H Lifestyles, Queensboro National Bank and Trust, Rossi Oil, Howard Shepherd Incorporated, St. Simon's Island Dental Associates, and 5 Star Automotive.
Yep, so now you're facing a 3rd down and 11 as Gatewood. We saw a pretty solid kick earlier from Jason Berner, but we don't know what the edge of his range is.
Right. So both teams, I believe, have 2 timeouts remaining. Gatewood has the ball with 11:13 to go here in the second quarter, up 3-0. So as you mentioned, Brant, we'll see what Gatewood goes to here with the 3rd down and long.
Free rusher, he avoids him, hit as he throws, and broken up.
Yeah, 12. Almost picked that off. That's Newton? No, Will Wright.
Yep.
Almost picks that one off. Good job of defense. I didn't see who the receiver was. Was that number 10?
It was Bryce Johnson.
Yeah, Bryce Johnson did a good job of getting in there and knocking that ball away.
And it looks like Berner will come out. Well, he handles just about every kicking duty you can have. He's your punter and your field goal kicker. So
this will be a 46-yard field goal.
Yes, it will.
It's going to be a long poke for a high school kicker. And he had the leg, and I think it was good.
It
but
was
a timeout.
Yep. Had a timeout call before the snap. No, delay a game.
Wow, that's going to push him.
That'll back him up. That'll probably push him out of field goal range.
And he made that too, I believe.
He did.
Now either
or
you
he
got
at least had the leg for it.
Well, here's the thing: if you try it and get it off, it goes to the 20-yard line in high school. So really, you're not losing a whole lot unless you want to go for it. But you see what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
But
unless you feel like you can pin him inside the 20 from where you are.
Right.
If you feel like Berner has the ability to place a punt that well.
There's been so many penalties in this game.
They brought the offense back out.
For a championship game, you would expect there to not be as many penalties as we've seen, but
yeah, Luke Haley's back out there, and he's going to drop back to pass on 4th and 15. Throwing over the middle, got a receiver, and he dropped it, and it's picked off.
Oh.
That's another by Ford Shepard, the safety.
What a great play. Again, probably not needed, but still a great athletic play.
Well, here's the thing. Haley made a good throw. The receiver just didn't catch the ball.
Right, just bounces off his hands and right into the defender's hands.
I think that was number 15, Jason Berner, who plays tight end as well as handles all the kicking duties.
And right now, it's just who's going to make the biggest mistake, it seems like.
Yep.
Brentwood.
1st and 10 from the 7-yard line.
Although that may work if they weren't going to pick it up anyways for Gatewood. That may end up working out even better than we thought. It's at one heck of a punt as far as field position goes. Denton tries to hurdle the line.
Hey, it's a great trick if you can pull it off. And we lost. There was a helmet loss by a Gatewood player. That's number 60. Let me find a name on him.
Yeah, I think
Will Harper.
Denton picks up 2 on the play.
Listed as a linebacker, but I think he was in as a tight end or an extra offensive lineman on that play. He's going to walk off. He seems fine.
So I believe high school has the same rule as college. If your helmet comes off on a non-penalty, you have to sit out that next play.
Yep. Man in motion, going to give it to him around the edge, trying to get outside and tripped up from behind. That was number 15 on the carry. Do I have a 15?
Yeah, it's
Tackled
Jason
by
Burner.
Yeah.
For
Wrong
Gatewood.
team. Wrong team.
No, Gatewood's on D.
I know. I was talking about the ball carrier.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you said tackled by. Sorry.
Nah, but
still, you're in a third and medium, which is, obviously still gives you the option to run the football compared to being in a must-pass situation. Last time when they were in a must-pass situation, they tried to slide that ball into the fullback. Looks like they may take a timeout here, though. They're all
walking off when play clock is really running down, so they will take a timeout. We'll take a break, too. We'll be right back with more right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Welcome back here
That's my
to
bad.
Five Star Stadium. Brett
didn't count us down.
Sneaking up on me with the coming back from the commercial break.
Apologize for that. It'll be 3rd and 5 as we come back with 9:52 to go here in the first half of this AA matchup between Gatewood and the Brentwood War Eagles. Gatewood on top 3-0, Brent. It's been a close ball game, kind of what we thought.
Yeah, it's been a pretty defensive matchup so far, which is a stark contrast from what we saw last year when Luke Haley pretty much just ran all over the opposition. But Brentwood has played them tough today, going out for a toss sweep here, being chased down from behind. That is a great job. Denton on the carry.
Number 80 for Gatewood, Garrick Embry with the tackle.
Yep, trying to get outside, and he got chased down from behind. You don't see that very often on those toss sweep plays.
Right, so it'll bring up 4th down and 8 after the 3-yard loss. A great play by Embry there, and Gatewood stands to get great field position yet again here as Brentwood will punt out of their own end zone, standing right in the middle of the C there of Mercer.
Yeah, it's about the worst feeling you can have as a punter. Harlan Scott, who had a punt that netted 5 yards his first time out. And Luke Haley and Bryce Johnson will be your returners for Gatewood. Good snap, and he dropped it. Picks it up, kicks it straight out of bounds.
Holy cow.
That did not go very far.
No, that is not very
good. Not
for
good.
Brentwood.
It actually lost a yard from the original line of scrimmage. So Gatewood's got it 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for their
have,
defense.
Nope, they're marking the ball at the 10. The original line of scrimmage was the 9, so it was all of a 1-yard punt.
Wow.
6 yards on 2 punts so far.
So is it 1st and goal?
For Brentwood.
Looks like it is 1st and goal.
It is. I think it's 1st and 10 from the. Nope, they are putting the chains down. So Gatewood has pretty much the hardest 1st and goal you can have. Man in motion. Now Haley going to follow that motion man, looking for a seam. He'll dive down to the 4.
Yeah, he did a good job of just picking his way through some holes there because there wasn't a whole lot. And
Six-yard gain from now 2nd down and goal from the 4. End forced Haley to cut back inside towards where he had help, and no gain on the play. Center for the first time of this drive. Give to Bennett straight up the middle, and he will go into the end zone, powering his way in. Touchdown Gators. There is a flag down at the 5.
Yeah, we'll hold and see what that flag is for.
If it's on Gatewood, it might be another drive killer.
Looks like it may be. They're marching back like it's going to be on them.
Illegal chop block on Gatewood.
That is huge.
That is absolutely massive, and it occurred at the 5, so it'll mark it back to the 15-yard line. Or no, they're going to place it from the original line of scrimmage. So now you are 3rd and goal from the 13.
Wow. That takes you, wow. No, that's the 18.
That's the 18, excuse me.
3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. Not sure it can get much worse as far as trying to score with a goal-to-go situation. Now that clock should start. It was a running play. I think they have that right.
3 wide receivers to the far side. Haley going to drop back, looking for somebody, going to step up, and he is hit, driven backwards, and sacked at the 25.
Wow. So do you bring on field goal kicker or
number 72, Carson Everett, with the sack?
Well, you had the illegal
The
chop
big
block.
defensive tackle.
Legal chop block that takes you all the way back to the 18-yard line. Then you go and try to pass there on 3rd and goal. You're sacked. Now it's 4th and goal from the 25-yard line.
Excuse me, that's their nose guard, just a freshman, big freshman there. On to attempt a long field goal, has the leg. Good. Jason Berner makes it 6-0 Gatewood. But I tell you what, Gatewood got points out of that. That's a win for Brentwood.
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about the number 7, Evan Bennett, walking in the end zone on that 3rd down play, and then just like that, after the penalty, it pushes them back to their own to the Brentwood 18-yard line, and it's 3rd and goal from the 18, and then you get sacked. I mean, you really couldn't have had a better outcome after that poor punt from Brentwood than you had if you're the War Eagles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The big freshman nose guard.
That's right. Long term.
So now Berner set to kick off. Your only scorer so far for this game. He's set to kick off to number 12, Will Bryce. That is a line drive kick. Will chase Bryce back to the end zone, and automatic touchback when the ball goes into the end zone in high school ball.
So they'll have the football on their own 20-yard line, I believe.
Yep, that is where this near side official is marking it.
So they're down 6-0, but they've dodged a bullet there.
A couple of bullets so far.
They have, but that was probably that
was the one that got closest, for sure.
The biggest bullet of the day so far for Brentwood. They've been able to pick off a couple passes, then they turn them away there after the illegal chop block and the sack. They do pick up the field goal, but Brentwood's got to feel pretty confident after that defensive stand.
Yep. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Handoff up the middle, almost popped for a big gain, but number 15, who is that? That is Oscar Gonzalez for Brentwood on the carry. Actually, I think I have that wrong. I believe that was number 17.
I think it was Robert Jackson.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
19. So 2nd down and 2 there for Brentwood.
Oscar Gonzalez listed as a lineman, so I doubt he was on that carry. Play action
wide
pass.
open.
Wide open. Newton, can he get it there? Yes, he can. In a foot race, finally tackled at the 30. Wide open behind everybody was number 12, Will Wright.
Yeah, I think Bryce Johnson just got sucked up in the play action, and when that happened, the receiver got behind him, and a good job of just getting the ball out there. Even though you don't get it to go for the touchdown,
yep.
After you missed a wide open one earlier, you just want to get the ball there.
Absolutely. When they're that wide open, hit him in the chest with it.
Right.
So Wright with a huge gain down to the 30. Now handoff up the middle to Denton. He trucks the defender, still going, and drags himself all the way down to the 15.
Man,
or the 16, excuse me.
He just Herschel Walkered him.
Yeah, he absolutely did. I know the exact play you're talking about.
So right now, Brentwood, again, putting together a good drive with 5:55 to go here in the first half. And the War Eagles trail the Gators 6-0, but they're knocking on the door here inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yep, from the 17-yard line. Denton going to get it around the left end. Trucks another defender all the way down to the 10.
Right now you can tell that the War Eagles just have
that was Ben Tarbutton on the carry.
All kinds of momentum after the huge defensive stand, and that has really bled over into their offense.
Yeah, they're making moves right now. Second down and 3 from the 10-yard line.
And you may see Coach Brown go back to that inside give to Denton. He's been hard to handle for the Gators. Oh, and they have a false start. This near side split in, number 14. Got a little too quick. That's Ford Shepard. Got a little too quick of a start there. That's going to back him up. And that's a drive killer when you have those kind of things happen. Obviously, Gatewood had a similar situation on the previous drive. This one not as detrimental, but still, anything that kills momentum this far in the red zone, it hurts.
Now 2nd down and 7.
We're inside 5 minutes to go. 2nd and 8.
Give to Denton straight up the middle. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, they try to go back to that inside fullback give, and just nothing doing there for Denton.
I think number 80, Garrick Embry, got there first for the Gators.
So do you go play action here with it 3rd down and 8, or do you go?
Do you even waste your time with the play action and just throw the ball?
Right, or do you try to run something and pick up half of it here? I mean,
you've put the ball in the air 3 times, and twice someone has been wide open. Now play action pass rolling out to this near side in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Yeah, good defense right there, just tracking the ball, knocking it away, and not giving the receiver even a chance to get his mitts on the ball.
It's now 4th down and 7.
So not sure what Brentwood has as far as field goal kicking, but you would expect them wanting to get an opportunity here to score points. So if they've got any type of field goal kicker at all, you may see that. But it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field, so maybe not too confident in the field goal kicking. Still going to be 4th and 7, Brent.
4th down and 7, man in motion. Going to fake a play action pass. Throwing to the corner of the end zone. No one there. Tried to get it to that near pylon, but it's incomplete. And Gatewood will take over.
Yeah, just a lot of pressure on the quarterback and forces the early throw, and there was nobody home on that far front pylon. So Gatewood will get the ball back, as you mentioned, Brent, and that is not how Brentwood, and that penalty looms large because they really had to go away from what they like to do with the football, which is running the ball. They kind of had it going there for a little bit. That penalty really sucked the momentum out of them.
Absolutely. That's probably the story of the game so far. Penalties just killing momentum on offensive drives. Haley going to take it up the middle himself. He'll get about 4.
I think we're likely to see defensive play maybe decide this game, maybe a defensive score or a special teams score. I know we've seen the field goals so far, but it seems like the offenses just have not been as efficient. We've seen some big offensive plays, but they haven't been able to translate into points.
2nd down and 6 from the 19-yard line. Option pitch here. A big hole down the near sideline. Coming right across in a foot race. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Gatewood.
Wow.
Ben Tarbutton all the way, 81 yards. Excuse me, Bryce Johnson That was Bryce Johnson on the carry.
Just like
Got my
that.
rosters mixed up again.
Looks like Brentwood may go in to take the lead. And just like that, Gatewood's got a 2-score lead.
Yep, all it took was one play, that option pitch. No one covered Johnson, and he was off to the races. Had to beat one guy, and he was past everyone.
Your alley defender took the quarterback. He pitched it. The corners and the safety couldn't get off their blocks, and nobody was in the alley to make the play on the pitch man.
Burner's kick is up, and it is good. So now 13-0, just like that, and Gatewood takes the momentum for themselves with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first half.
Right. It's just pretty simple math when you think about it. They get out there on the pitch, and you have someone who takes the dive man, quarterback, someone goes after him. There's nobody to fill that alley and come and make the tackle on the pitch man, and all they have to do is get the corner and the safety sealed off, which they did, and he's off to the races, and that's exactly what happened there. And Bryce Johnson was, I believe that was Bryce Johnson. He took that one to the house.
81 yards, and he had to survive one ankle tackle attempt at around the 30-yard line.
Just one of those things where you stay disciplined so long, and then one play like that when you're playing an option team can just really be the backbreaker. Unfortunately for Brentwood, they have played outstanding defense for most of this game.
Yep.
Turned Gatewood away when they've had great field position, and there they have their worst field position of the game, and they bust a big play.
So Burner set to kick off here. He will kick it deep. Knuckleball will land at the 5, be fielded at the 2.
Big return.
Yep, big hole. Oh,
great
wow.
tackle. It was 23. Justin Jamison, the sophomore, made that tackle.
Will Wright with the return, got it out to the 30. Yeah.
No, the 27-yard line.
27, there you go.
The hole there on that kick return, it was just open wide.
Was big wide hole, but
Jamison had to make the tackle, and he did.
Yep.
Just kind of tripped him up.
So now if you're Brentwood, you got 3 minutes and 10 seconds. You're trying to get in the end zone and get some of that momentum back, make this a game. Ooh, wide open play action pass on the way. Caught right. Streaking down the field inside the 20, tackled at the 15.
And just like that,
tackled
huge
at the 10.
play. Wow.
Wow. Will Wright has gotten wide open a couple of times this game. Drew Johnson had one too that just missed, but Brentwood has wide receivers open down the field. They just have to hit them, and so far they are.
No, there's ball on the 16 is what they're saying.
Yep.
On the scoreboard. Just a great pass, too. Hit him in stride.
Yep. Will Wright got open behind the defense.
And you really, if you're Brentwood, you have to cash in here. Why?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. This is a must-score moment for the War Eagles. Give around right in to the halfback, and that's number 19, Robert Jackson, carrying it down inside the 10.
Yeah, he picked up 9 yards there, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 1. And the ball's all the way, like you said, down to the 9-yard line. Or 8-yard line is what Mr. Tom Mead says over the loudspeaker here, inside the beautiful confines of Anderson Field, 5-star stadium. Gatewood on top 13-0, but Brentwood knocking on the door again.
Give to Jackson again around right end. He will have a 1st down.
And we'll harken back to the game that we called where Gatewood and Westfield played over in Eatonton, and we saw this Gatewood Gator defense. They gave up some yards that night, but they also turned Westfield away. I think it was 3 or 4 times inside the 5-yard line.
Inside the 5-yard line, Westfield came away with 3 combined points.
Right. So
on those 3 trips.
We know from experience watching this Gatewood defense that they have that ability to bend but not break. He was setting up under the wrong.
Give up the middle to Denton. Stacked up, falling forward.
I think he gets down to the 3, maybe
Yep.
the 2.5 there. But, yeah, definitely you got to give it to you. I think unless you're going to go to the outside, you got to give it to the biggest body. Wow, they marked that all the way back to the 4-yard line. It looked like he leaned down to about the 3.
Yeah, I'd give it to Denton a couple of times in a row here, unless you feel like you've got a really, really fun pass play you want to work on.
Or you got a speedy receiver you can get it to and try to just beat the man to that pylon.
Here it is, Jackson falling.
Touchdown.
Denton, touchdown, Eagles. Have they officially? Yep, they said it. Jackson takes it in for the 4-yard score.
And that is huge, especially if they're able to keep Gatewood from scoring with 1:03 to go, because Brentwood gets the ball coming out of halftime.
Yep.
So it's a 1-point deficit right now.
One score.
I mean, that's what I meant. Sorry. 1 score deficit right now. Apologize for that. And you potentially have the opportunity, if you're able to stop Gatewood, to come out of halftime and take the lead on your first drive out of half. So we knew this was going to be a tight ball game, and it's lived up to it.
Hart Williford on to attempt the PAT.
And they got to hurry. They got about 10 seconds on the play clock to get this ball snapped.
They had one man missing from that formation, but the kick is up, and it is good. 7-13, just like that.
And here comes
Gatewood's
all the touchdowns.
Yeah, really. It was a very, very defensive first quarter, but here in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the half, offensive explosion. We'll take a quick break and come right back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Welcome back here to Five Star Stadium. Brentwood getting set to kick off after scoring on that last drive, and it is a taken at the 40, but the play was blown dead.
I believe we got on all sides.
Yep. It looks like Oscar Gonzalez is not really interested in booting this thing deep for the Eagles. They tried an onside their first kickoff and short squib kick there, and that'll move them back, I believe, 10 yards.
My only thought about that is, I mean, you've obviously got a field goal kicker that can kick it a little bit of distance. Why not kick it as far as you can? I mean,
well, this is a different guy handling kickoffs than handles your PATs and field goals. Oscar Gonzalez handling these duties. Hart Williford handling the scoring kicking. He'll do the same thing here, get it to the 40. This time does not take a knee, and they'll get it out to the 50-yard line. That was taken by number 23. That's Justin Jamison.
that's tough for Brentwood if you don't have anything on your roster that can kick the ball any further than that. Just
all right, well, we saw Westfield struggle with it all year.
I know, it's just tough. I mean, because you're giving teams that have good offensive production short fields.
So now with a minute to go, Gatewood trying to extend their lead right before halftime. Give up the middle, and he fell over his own blocker trying to get number 7, Evan Bennett, going.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Gatewood had 2 remaining. We'll stay here, but it looks like Gatewood maybe took one of their timeouts. Probably trying to bust that run play, and then I would assume we're maybe going to see them go back to the passing game here, knowing that you've only got one more timeout. We'll save that hip pocket just in case we get in field goal range. Obviously, the field goal kicker, is that Jason Berner?
Yes.
Has a pretty good leg.
He does. He made one from what, 42?
46.
46.
And then they got the 5-yard penalty. It pushed them back past the 50. So, although I think on the kick he hit from 46, probably would have been good from 51.
Yeah, just about.
So, we'll see. I think it's smart from Coach Ratliff to stop the clock. You try to hit a quick hitter up the middle with the fullback. Now you're going to go shotgun, maybe throw the ball. And if you get in field goal range, you got that extra timeout.
Yep. Going to throw a quick out route, almost picked off, trying to get it to Jason Berner, but he overthrew the receiver.
Right. And maybe you try something safe here out of the shotgun, maybe go draw or something and see if you can't pick up some yardage that way.
So now it's 3rd down and 8, and you've burned all of 11 seconds off. I don't know what Coach Burt Brown is thinking over at Brentwood, but you've shown the ability. You have the ability to hit. You've shown the ability to hit a quick play if you want. Haley looking for a man, now trying to escape. Going to throw over the middle, caught. He'll have the first down and more. Trying to cut back inside. Finally dragged down. They'll mark him down at the 20-yard line exactly. That was caught by number 12.
Blake Haley.
Yeah, Blake Haley.
Probably a brother.
Yep.
That was just a great play by Luke Haley.
It
just
was.
to slide back, stay behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to go hurry up. Screen pass. Oh, almost a one-handed snag.
I tell you what.
From number 3, Charlie Rutherford.
The cornerback sits there, he probably picks that ball off.
Yep.
Because that ball just fell out of. And that's one of those that if the cornerback picks it off,
there's nobody in front of him.
Yeah, probably going to go to the house.
Luke Haley's probably the only player fast enough to chase it, to have a shot to chase him down. But that corner on that play was number 12, Will Wright, who has shown he has some speed of his own. 28 seconds left.
Yeah, I'd say
down and 10.
That Haley could probably try to track him down, but
it will be quite the gain. Rolling out here, speed option. Haley going to keep it himself. There's a flag thrown in on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. We'll see what the flag is. Feels like a face mask.
Could be. That's going to be tough if it goes against Gatewood, though, because do you have a 10-second runoff? Now you got to burn that timeout. You may have to kick the field goal earlier than you wanted to. But it's not.
It's on
Good
Brentwood.
call right there, Brant. Eagle eyes, baby.
Yeah, well, usually when you see a flag come in the middle of a pile of tacklers, it's something to do with the tackle. So 1st and goal from the 10. Another 1st and goal from the 10. Clock running, speed option. Going to pitch it here. Cutting back inside. Driving down to the 3. And Gatewood will be forced to take their last time out.
So that'll be a 2nd and goal.
I believe that was Bryce Johnson.
So
He got down to the 3.
Here's what's tough for him, though, because you would probably, if you're Gatewood, feel more comfortable running this football, right?
You're definitely more comfortable running the football, but you
can't.
Yeah, you can't run the football in this situation.
They're going to put it back to 9 seconds, it looks like. But
you have to put the ball in the air here.
Even with 9 seconds, you can't stop the clock.
Right. You may just want to throw a quick, safe screen here and let your wide receiver turn upfield.
But if you do that and you get tackled in the field of play, you're dead. You got to throw to the end zone.
Yeah, well, it's how much do you trust your receiver? 1, to block, and 2, to be able to make that play.
Right. I think you got to throw the ball to the end zone. So
you like a quick slant here?
I'm thinking either a quick slant or a fade. I just think you've got to get the ball in the air to the back of the end zone, or the only thing about a slant's not as safe, in my opinion, as a fade, because it could be picked off and taken back.
It's a lot harder to pull off. Haley reverse, trying the Philly special. He's open, going to float it to the back of the end zone, out of bounds.
Right.
He was out of bounds.
But they had
Thrown a
1
little
second.
too far.
We'll see if that gets
Oh, there's
called.
no review.
There was 1 second left on the clock. We'll see if they give him the 1 second to kick a field goal.
Man, I honestly thought that, I thought Luke Haley was open. I thought he should have thrown it to him, but chose to go to the back of the end zone to his second option. Gatewood's still on the field. Brentwood is jogging to the locker rooms.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. The officials are still meeting. The clock now says 20, signifying halftime, but the officials haven't said anything yet.
I don't think the officials probably noticed, but Gatewood, I'm sure, noticed.
You've got one official talking to...
It's halftime.
Yep.
Wow, they're not going to be happy about that.
Nope. But they do take a halftime lead, 13-7. Gatewood leads Brentwood, but Brentwood gets it to start the second half. We'll come right back with our halftime show right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars. Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Welcome back here to Five Star Stadium. A minute to go before we start the second half of this one. Gatewood leading 13-7 over Brentwood. Brett, so far the story of this one, missed opportunities for both teams.
I think what you've seen to start the game was a lot of nerves from both teams, a lot of missed opportunities, as you said, a very stingy defenses, and obviously you see what shaped probably the first matchup between the two teams, and they know each other so well. So I think all of that, when you think about it, in concert with one another, I think that's why we have such kind of a weird score to start with. I mean, 13-7. 2 field goals. I guess that's not too weird, but still, I mean, it's not something that you would normally see in a Gatewood game. You would normally see a lot more scoring, but Brentwood has been able to really shut them down in the red zone. And then conversely, Gatewood has really taken some big play blows from Brentwood and turned them away, except for that one drive, and they were finally able to get in. That was their last drive of the second quarter. Brentwood's last drive, and really kind of brought them back into the game. They were down 2 scores. They hit a big pass play. They got down there, a couple runs, and then they were finally able to get the wing back into the end zone for a touchdown to cut it 13-7. I think what may end up playing the biggest factor is the end of that first half. Whether there was 1 second, whether there wasn't. I mean, if there's 1 second left on the clock and you get Burner out there to kick a field goal and now you got a 9-point lead instead of a 6-point lead, that could be a huge difference in the game. Instead, right now, Brentwood comes out, gets the football to start the second half, and has an opportunity to go down and potentially take the lead.
Yeah, like you said, it looked like Gatewood was about to run away with it following a 81-yard touchdown run from Bryce Johnson off an option play. They went up 13-0, but Brentwood comes right back, hits Will Wright on a long pass play about 50 yards, gets them down inside the 20. A couple of plays later, they're standing in the end zone, and it's a game again. So hopefully going to see more great action in the second half. Very close, very competitive game so far, like we were expecting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where you know that this is going to go down to the wire, if you will, and it's going to be really interesting to see if Gatewood can pull away in this second half, or will Brentwood, continue to press Gatewood, push them as far as they can go, and maybe steal one in the end. It seemed like, I guess, from the box score that we saw, that Brentwood had control of the game earlier in the season over in Sandersville, but couldn't finish it off in the end, and Gatewood scored in the fourth quarter to win the game. So it's shaping up to be that type of matchup here in the second half with a 13-7 deficit here at the half. You got to think right now it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now under a minute to go before we are set to kick off after resetting to get some more warm-ups in. And, you know, McKinley Newton, I think he's only completed 3 passes tonight. I think he's put up 4, completed 3 of them. 1 was picked off, and the other 3 went for over 50 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's been big play after big play from really both teams. The problem's been if you haven't scored on those big plays and it's only got you set up to score in the red zone, you haven't been able to finish off the drives. And both teams,
it's usually a penalty of some kind.
Right. Both teams have really kind of been plagued by that. The one difference was Brentwood being able to finish off that final drive there for them in the second quarter. But Gatewood hit the big play. It's like we were talking to Kenny during the break, the 3 of us. Gatewood had all those opportunities down in the red zone with great starting field position, could only get field goals, and then they bust an 80-something yard run. And that's just kind of been the weirdness, if you will, of this game.
So getting set to kick off here, Jason Berner set to kick off for the Gators. Will Wright back deep for the Eagles.
I think I still, again, think that maybe the difference
It'll be 2nd down and 9 right at midfield. Are we back? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that, folks. We just had a little bit of a mix-up there, but we're all good now.
Slight technical difficulties, and I believe if you want to watch that section back later, the audio will be on the recording on YouTube. No, excuse me, it won't, will it?
Yes, I can go back and update the thing.
Okay, yeah.
So it looks like
You'll get that announcement, I'm sure.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now after the short gain on 2nd down.
Yep. So after that light housekeeping, 3rd down and 7. I formation, handoff, slight counterplay. Fullback went the opposite direction of the tailback, and it'll be 4th down and 2. I want to say that was number 2, Rhett Rainey, on the carry. Now 4th down and 2 from the 43-yard line. And Gatewood lining up to go for it.
4th and 2. This will be a big play in the game. Gatewood did a good job of coming out and stopping Brentwood on their first drive.
Give to Evan Bennett. Yes, it was. And he stacked up right at the line. Did not get it.
Wow, what a job by the Brentwood defense. Clogging that hole from the fullback. Probably a play that Haley should have kept. But with just the quick hitter.
I don't know if that was a read or if that was just called to give to your big guy.
Right. Because you only need a couple. You're thinking, hey, we'll get a push here. But that was not to be. And Haley, we praised him so much about his read ability, and we don't know, like you said, if that was an automatic give or not. But I tell you what, that's a big play for Brentwood. Get some momentum back and some good field position at their own 43.
Handoff straight up the middle. That was Thomas Denton on the carry. They've really slowed Denton down, only a gain of 2 on that one. He opened up the game on fire and has not been able to replicate that success since.
No, but he's been solid on defense.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's played a great game from that linebacker spot.
He's had a few big plays, as you mentioned, on offense. But, yeah, he hadn't had the breakout big play since a couple of those in the first quarter.
Man in motion, give to Denton straight up the middle. Just as I say that.
Right. He comes right back.
Yeah, comes right back with a 7-yard run and a first down.
And that's huge right there. Get some confidence. Brentwood, you can tell, really thrives on those big plays, especially with Denton and some of those big pass plays. And if they can stay ahead of the chains, they really have a good opportunity. As you see maybe an injury right there. Is that 54 or 64? It's maybe coming up a little gimp. Hopefully
I'm not
he's okay.
sure. I think that's 54. He's standing right there on the Mercer M.
We'll stay here just to make sure our stuff's clean.
Right.
Don't want it to go down. I'm just trying to redo our settings on our camera to make sure we're good there. We were getting a little whited out.
That's number 54, Bryce Rhodes.
So knock on wood, it's been a relatively quick third quarter so far. It feels like we just started, but it's already had about 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock here to start things. Both teams have had a possession, and now Brentwood's trying to put a drive together on the plus side of the 50-yard line. Big first down for Brentwood as Denton picked up, what was that, 7 yards on that play, I believe?
Yep. So 1st and 10, and now coming out in a 2 tight I formation. Now going to send the fullback out. Quick screen, getting that blocker out ahead of him. Double pass, open. Overthrown. Haley was back there to defend it.
Great play call.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if he leads him instead of throwing him up the field,
if he puts it on right about that 10-yard marker.
And even if he throws it a little short, underthrows it, he's still good because he allows the receiver to run up under it and probably pulls him away from the defender a little bit. But as you said, Haley ran back there and hustled to get in the play and affect it. Got to give him credit for not giving up on it because he was open.
I'm not sure who that receiver was. It might have been number 14, Ford Shepard. Play action pass, dropping back is Newton, now going to tuck it and run. Looking for a block, got it, and he'll get about 5 on the play.
Yeah, still a positive play, puts you in a decent 3rd down and medium. Mm-hmm. And Brentwood probably going to look for, I would think, a 4th down territory here. If you don't pick it up on 3rd.
I think it depends on how many yards you get here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's maybe 4th and 1 or 4th and 2.
Right.
But if it's 4th and 5.
Becomes a lot more difficult. Back in their standard I. Give to the fullback up the middle and hit at the line of scrimmage. They are focusing in on Thomas Denton.
I think that was the thought process right there by Coach Brown, but Gatewood thinking the same thing. I believe that they were trying to give the ball there to Denton to pick up a few yards and then know that you have maybe 4th down and 2. But instead, he only picks up a yard, so now it's 4th and 4. I think if you go for it here, you want to get Newton out maybe on a roll and give him the opportunity to run or throw. And they're in the wing T formation.
They're going to bring out their offense again. Man in motion. Trick play. Flea flicker. Oh, incomplete. Underthrown.
Wow.
Tried to get it to number 34, Wells Muller.
And they had it. How many
was open. I think that was the target of the double pass a minute ago, too, and he was open on that one.
That's 3 big plays that have been open for Brentwood that they have not been able to complete.
And they trail by 6 and have turned the ball back over to Gatewood.
Sometimes that's what big games are about. Who can make
the fewest mistakes.
Right.
Who can make the big plays when they need to, and who can hold on to the ball. Now Gatewood going to come back out with a chance to extend their lead with 6:17 left here in the third. Toss sweep. Oh, fake the reverse. Now Bryce Johnson going to tuck it and go.
Good defense.
Yeah, Brentwood really stayed with him. He got maybe a yard out of that. This Brentwood defense has really stepped up when they've been asked to.
These are 2 good football teams. You can tell they're well coached. They have had a few mistakes, as we mentioned, probably a lot more penalties than both coaches would have expected coming into the game, but still, you can definitely tell that both these squads are well versed in what the other is going to do.
Haley drop backs the pass. Quick reception out to the wide receiver. He'll be marked just shy of the first down, right at the 50-yard line. That is number 3. Excuse me, 1 second. Charlie Rutherford.
So just a simple pass play to try to keep him in good
like
down and
a
distance,
quick
if you will.
5-yard comeback route. Sat right at that 45-yard line, then turned upfield, got to the 50. Now it makes it a 3rd down and a manageable 1. And pulled him off sides. Great job. Easy first down.
Yep. I mean, that's one of those where you're just anticipating and trying to get an early jump on clogging up the middle there on potentially a quarterback sneak, but could not keep himself from jumping off sides.
Yep.
That's tough.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45. 5:23 clock rolling here. Gatewood trying to extend their lead. Looked like a broken play, but now Haley going to keep it up the middle, and he'll have a first down and a little bit more out to the 33-yard line. Robert Jackson going to get credited with the tackle there, but a good run from Haley, and he may be starting to get loose.
Yeah, just like you said, it looked like he either turned the wrong way or a running back went the wrong way. But the result, you'll take it every time. 10 or 11 yards on a play, especially on a broken play, nothing wrong with that.
Give on the counter play to Johnson, trying to cut outside, and he will, and it'll be close to a first down if he doesn't have it. Looks like they'll mark him just shy.
Yeah, he bounced that. Nothing inside, but was able to bounce it and get it outside of contain, and just a good job of reading the hole, and nothing was there, so he took what the defense gave him.
Give up the middle to Bennett, and he will have the first down.
Your dad wanted a picture.
Why?
I don't know. He just said, "Hey, could you snap a picture of Brant for me?"
Probably wanted that to be candid.
No, I sent him a candid one already.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
That's pretty dumb.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, send me those.
Okay.
All right, back to what y'all care about. 1st and 10 from the 21. That was weird.
Nobody cares about your picture.
Haley on the counterplay gets it out to Johnson, trying to, cut back inside to the pylon. Touchdown, Johnson. Wow. What a cut.
Yeah, he just kind of gave him the okey doke there and swim move with the arm and
stuck his foot in the ground and got upfield. And there was nobody past that defender. Tried to get him to come run camera for us, but he wasn't interested. Jason Berner on to attempt the PAT. It is up, and it is good. 20-7, Gatewood leads on the touchdown from Bryce Johnson.
And you got to answer if you're...
Yep, this is must-answer territory now.
I think you've pretty much got to do something here. Because if you don't, it's going to be tough to come back in the game.
Yep. Especially, you've asked a lot of your defense so far.
Right, how
and
tired?
They've responded, but they probably are getting tired.
How tired are they getting? So we'll go ahead and thank some of our sponsors, the Athletic Junction. I'd also like to thank Beachview Event Rentals and Design, for Metco Sports. Also like to thank Atavis, H&H Lifestyles, Queensboro National Bank and Trust Company, Rossi Oil, Howard Shepherd Incorporated, St. Simon's Island Dental Associates, and 5 Star Automotive. So appreciate all of those sponsors for making these games and broadcasts possible here from Mercer University. And with 4:05 left to go here in the third quarter, the Gatewood Gators are on top of the Brentwood War Eagles 20-7. Here's a returnable ball.
Yep.
At about the 6-yard line.
Fielded the blocking guy kind of came back and fielded that one, I think, and I'll get you a number on him as soon as he gets done. And he ends up scrambling out to the 25. Looked like he had a good return set up there, but wasn't able to get much out of it.
And as we said, right now it's kind of go time for Brentwood. You got to figure out how to score some points on this drive. And I think it's got to be a touchdown.
Yeah, ideally.
I mean, in the grand scheme of it, it's maybe not a must score, but, I mean, it's pretty much that point.
Give on the right side. Blocked up pretty well, but only 3 yards out of that. Chased him down from behind.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to set up the blocks, as you mentioned, and then Gatewood's able to just track him down from behind. I would think that it's Brentwood's to be successful here on these drives. They really need to go back to the air. I know that they missed on a couple trick plays on the last drive, but they've had some success in the air.
Give across the left side. No one there that time, and still not a big gain. I tell you what, Gatewood is making tackles on first contact more often than not.
And that's the big difference. I mean, if you're able to break and slip that tackle right there, we're talking probably an extra 6-7 yards on that play. Instead, it's tackled 3-4 yards short of the first down, and now you're in 3rd and 3.5 instead of a first down. I mean, that's the difference right now. Gatewood kind of picked their way down the field and scored, and they're trying to draw them off sides there again. Brentwood was.
Yeah, good job staying on side. Gatewood, they flinched a little bit, and now Brentwood's going to be forced to call a timeout. We will take this opportunity. Let's thank our sponsors again, Brett.
All right, we'll go through them. We'd like to thank Athletic Junction, Beachview Event Rentals and Design, for Metco Sports, Atavis. Also like to thank H&H Lifestyles, Queensboro National Bank and Trust. We'd also like to thank Rossi Oil, Howard Shepherd Incorporated, St. Simon's Island Dental Associates, and 5 Star Automotive Group.
So thank you to all of our sponsors. Means a lot. Truly does.
2:32 left to go here in the third quarter, and a big 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 3.5, we'll call it.
And this may be 2-down territory. It depends on how desperate Brentwood feels. Toss sweep out here to the near side, trying to turn that corner.
He's going to get it.
He will have it by about 1.5 yards. So a first down for Brentwood, much needed there.
Yeah, Denton was kind of just rumbling on, if you will, but he was able to get enough forward lean for when he got tackled. He kind of fell the extra couple yards to make sure he secured that first down.
And it looks like Denton comes up favoring that right leg just a little bit, but he's going back to the huddle. Seems to be okay.
You're going to probably be on the lookout for some play-action passes here, I'm thinking. Brentwood's thinking they probably need to score a little quicker than what they're moving right now. So the way you do that with a run-heavy team is to hit a big play-action pass.
Yeah, man, excuse me, they've shown they have the ability to do it. Speed sweep here to this near side. He'll fall forward after a gain of 5.
So there's
more than that. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, there's a big play right there for Brentwood. Now you're really in that territory to look to go play action. You're in 2nd and 3, and you've got a good opportunity set up in the middle of the field. Maybe you take a shot down the field, see if you can't squeeze out a little bit more yardage to get down there close to the red zone.
Robert Jackson on the carry. 2nd down and a manageable 3. See if Brentwood attacks through the air here. They will play action pass. Nothing open downfield. Newton scrambling, just going to toss it.
Great decision.
And, yep, that should be intentional grounding.
No, he's outside the pocket.
Doesn't matter in high school.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yes. There's not a receiver anywhere near that, even if it did land in bounds.
Oh, so he did. Oh, I thought they had the same rules as college.
Nope.
Where if you got outside the tackle box, you could throw it.
Yep, you cannot throw the ball away in high school. It has to be a receiver near where you throw it.
That's weird. Considering
I feel like we've had this conversation about 7 times this
have
year.
we? I just don't remember. I mean, I'm just considering probably your most vulnerable players are at the high school level. You would think that would be a rule that you would first adopt to try to protect the quarterback.
Yeah, that does make sense. I've had that thought before, but that is the rule in high school. It does not matter if the quarterback is outside the box or not.
Because, I mean, that's really what that rule was implemented, is to try to help protect the quarterback to let him get the ball out of his hand quicker. Yeah, that's And now that becomes
I agree. I would like. Yeah, that's a really long
penalty.
sack. That is a really, really long sack without the contact is essentially what it becomes.
And that is not what you needed.
3rd down and a lot. They're going to throw the wheel route and hit at around the 35. Completed. He'll get it back past the original line of scrimmage, but not much further. So that'll be 4th down and 8.
Well, I tell you, that's that really has going to put a damper on this drive and force a punt.
Yep, they're going to send out Harlan Scott.
Well, he kind of threw that with confidence, like it was okay to throw. So I guess I don't know.
I agree. It does seem weird that you would think that that rule would have been adopted for high school a long time ago. Scott punts it away. Decent punt, but angled out of bounds. It'll be at about the 40. Nope, they'll mark it at the 36. So Brentwood's defense being asked to step up again on this drive with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Gatewood trying to make it a 20-point game.
Well, you're down 2 scores, still in the third quarter, but as we mentioned, we thought that it was pretty desperate times, but it's hard to on your own 40-yard line or somewhere thereabouts to go for a 4th and 8. I'm surprised Gatewood's in a shotgun formation.
Speed option going to get it to the trailing back. And that's a big play down to across the 50. Now going down that far sideline, one man to beat. He'll have a touchdown. Gatewood. Speed option kills.
And just like that, Gatewood has broken the game wide open.
That was Evan Bennett showing off the speed that time.
Wow.
Usually that's Bryce Johnson that you see break those long runs for Gatewood. But now 26-7, and just like that, Gatewood has blown this game apart. Jason Berner's kick is up, and it is good. Now 27-7, there's that 20-point game. I thought Gatewood was going to try to run a little time off the clock, but that's your solid 65-yard touchdown run there from your fullback, Casual.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, a speed option, pitched it out there, and I think that really just showed the tired nature of this Brentwood defense. I mean, they played tough the whole game, but they just kind of let the dam burst here in this third quarter.
It's too long option. I tell you what, option play has been really good for Gatewood. That speed option especially. They have scored on 2 really long runs using that play. Get outside, hit the pitch man, and there's nobody in front of him. Jason Berner set to kick off, and if you weren't in must-score territory before, you are now.
Yeah, I mean, 3 scores, there's really not a whole lot you can do. Can't get it.
McKinley Newton's got to drop back and hit some people.
Yeah, you can't get it all back with one play, but you got to
Jason Berner is set to kick. And there it goes. Will Wright takes it at the 8. Ooh, boy.
got crunched down.
Stuck pretty solidly that time. That was number 27 for Gatewood. And that's Austin Johnson, the junior linebacker.
And he looks
with
like
the
he's
hit stick, and it looks like the returner's down.
right. Looks like he's hurt.
Yeah, he got hit right in the stomach. Hopefully nothing more than just got the breath knocked out of him.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You're wanting to try to make a big play, but you're running full speed like that. You get hit full speed. I mean, you think about the impact of 2 players running like that at each other, and something's got to give. And it gave, I guess. I mean, I don't mean that's not in a negative way, but it just, unfortunately, he's hurt now because of it. Hope it's not anything but maybe the wind knocked out of him. That's a scary feeling, but normally it isn't going to hurt you long term. Hope it's not anything to do with a bone or a tear.
We can't see the young man again. I think it's the returner, number 12, Will Wright.
Yes, I don't think it's anything. I think it may just be the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
He's walking under his own power. He's not holding anything, so probably just
got rattled just a little bit.
Good thing he held on to the football. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Gatewood, like you said, and we talked about it, you got to go to the air. You can mix in some run plays, but I think you got to do it smart and on maybe some draws and different things to catch Gatewood off guard. But I think you primarily need to try to squeeze as much clock out of this as you can.
Dropping back to power. No, excuse me. Newton on the draw play to Denton. And it goes for a solid gain of 8.
See, right here, I'd be wanting to try to hurry up and get another playoff before the end of the third quarter. And this is where it's tough for a wing T team because they're not used to going fast, but they are all looking at their wristbands. They got 8 seconds to get the playoff. I think they are going to get it all.
They're in formation. They're going to get it. Denton up the middle, breaks one tackle. Going to fall forward for the second. He'll have the first down, and that will end our third quarter. So Gatewood, with an offensive explosion, blows this lead out to 20 here in the third. Great quarter for them. See if Brentwood can answer when we come back for the start of the fourth right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org. Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Run there for Brentwood. Doesn't net much. Second down and 8 now. That was Robert Jackson on the carry.
So we're in the fourth quarter, and as you mentioned, Brent, it's going to be a tough ask for these Brentwood War Eagles.
Now coming back the other way, trying to go around right in, breaks one, now angling away, going to be chased down. Blake Haley makes the tackle. I think that was Tarbutton on the carry.
Yeah, that's
Tarbutton and Jackson seem to be getting the majority of the carries after we talked about Denton being the big play threat for the Eagles in the first quarter. Put him in motion, give him the ball again, this time around the right end. Sweep blocked up well. Tarbutton hit and dragged down after a gain of 5.
And I don't know right now if Gatewood's in a little bit of I wouldn't think that they're in a prevent type situation, but it almost seems like they're somehow loosened up more from what
like you said,
Brentwood's been doing.
Maybe not prevent, but certainly feels looser. Play action pass here. Newton looking for an open receiver. Going to be thrown out of bounds. Missed his man.
Yeah, just tough throw right there on the run, and he's trying to lay it in there. That'll make it 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 6, somewhere in there.
3rd down and 5.5.
With 10:18 to go.
Third down and 6. Give to Denton up the middle. Stacked up at the line. He'll fall forward for a couple, but still not what the War Eagles wanted on that one. It'll be 4th down and about 3. We have gone past the 6 o'clock hour here at Mercer University in Macon, Georgia.
4th and 3.
Man,
could
in
be your
motion,
ball game.
Give to Denton up the middle. He has it and more. Great push from the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah, he kind of
Finally
cut back.
stacked up. Yep.
That almost looked like that's not where the play was designed to go, but he read it well, and it was a must-have for Brentwood.
Mm-hmm. So the Eagles stay alive. First and 10 from the 23. Give to Denton up the middle, and again stacked up right at the line, maybe fell forward for 2.
Yeah, I think just looking at the clock, if Brentwood can score here, I think they're still going to need something like a scoop and score, something to help.
They're going to need a turnover or a stolen possession of some kind,
or just a quick score somehow. Because, I mean, if you allow Gatewood to just even get maybe 3 or 4 first downs, you're talking about probably 3 minutes, 4 minutes off the clock. You got to score 2 more times.
Give to Jackson around right in, no good. Excuse me, that was Tarbutton on the carry.
It's just taken so long to try to get a score here.
It'll be 3rd down and 6. Obviously in 4-down territory at this point.
I mean, you're under 9 minutes now, down to 8.5.
Newton rolling out. Looks like he's going to tuck it and run. He will. He will have the first down. Smart decision there.
It didn't even look like that was designed to be thrown anywhere. It was just pretty much a quarterback sweep the whole way.
Looked very much like he had one read, and if it was there, he was going to throw it quickly.
Right.
If he wasn't, he was going to tuck it and go, which is what he did. So now you got a 1st and 10 on the 12, but clock approaching 8 minutes now.
And you just got to figure out how do we get this ball in the end zone as quick as possible, and then you may just want to do onside kicks. I mean, your kicking hadn't been that great.
Floating it for the left side.
Oh,
wow.
there.
Great defensive play by Luke Haley.
Yep.
Getting over there and knocking it out of the receiver's hands. Like you said, it was there off rip, and a good throw by Newton. But great defense by Haley.
And it looked like the throw was there as well. So just a better defensive play than what the offense did. And we're right at 8 minutes flat here. Brentwood got to figure out how to score in a hurry. Oh, he's got it.
Dropping back and wobbly throw to the corner.
Touchdown.
Was that caught?
Yes, it was.
Yes, wow. What a great catch.
I think he just pulled it away from Blake Haley out there.
Who is that? What's the number?
19 maybe?
Number 19. That's Robert Jackson.
I think maybe that was 19.
The halfback.
I mean, he had him early too. He saw him late and he kind of lofted it up there and it was underthrown, but he ripped the ball away from Haley. So now life for Brentwood.
Yeah, it's back to a 2-possession game with just under 8 minutes to go.
And you got to think that, hey, with their kicking woes on kickoffs, probably going to be looking at an onside
might as well
kick.
try an onside at this point. But first things first, Hart Williford on to attempt the PAT. It is up, it is low, but it is good. So now 27-14 Gatewood lead. Oscar Robertson set to kick off. We'll give you that when we come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars. Hi, I am Michael Parker, founder of Athletic Junction. We are proud sponsors of the Georgia Independent School Association. We want to thank everybody for using Athletic Junction events, and we want to congratulate all of our state champions and our GISA All-Stars.
Welcome back to Five Star Stadium. Brentwood with new life after that touchdown from Robert Jackson.
Yeah, it was not a very good throw. It wasn't as good a throw as the one play before, but it just was a better offensive play from the receiver. And Haley, the brother, was not able to do what Haley, the other brother, Luke Haley, was able to do on the previous play, and that was knock the ball away, and it kind of got ripped out of his hand by Jackson. So great job by the receiver of just winning that one-on-one battle. And sometimes that's what it's all about. You got to win those. You got to win those one-on-one battles.
So Oscar Gonzalez set to kick off here. We'll see what he does. Onside on the way. Got a good bounce. Still in the air, but finally Bennett ends up with it. That was a pretty good bounce. That's what you want from an onside kick, but they couldn't get down there fast enough. And Evan Bennett covers it up. The freshman making a play. So here we go again. This Brentwood defense being asked a lot of.
Yeah, 27-14 with about 7:50 to go.
And if I were Gatewood, I wouldn't put the ball in the air. And
no, I think
they will not. Evan Bennett, straight up the middle, maybe got half a yard.
Yeah, I think they're pretty well going to be content with trying to figure out how to run this clock down. It looks like they maybe have a player down. Not sure who it is.
Man, it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Got 7:39 on the clock, and it'll be second down and 9. But right now, Gatewood more concerned about the Gator down on the field who's hurt, hoping he's okay. Maybe it's just looks like they're looking at his right arm, and he's going to sit up.
That's Bennett.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's walking off under his own power.
That would be a big loss for Gatewood, but it is late in the game.
Right.
He'll be out for at least one play. Second down and 9 from the 43. Clock will run. Haley looking for a hole, and he'll dive in for a gain of 3. It'll be third down and 6. That play almost looks like Haley takes the snap, steps back, and just looks for a hole to run through.
Right, and it may be designed that way.
Maybe kind of an inside zone look for the offensive line, but Haley just takes the snap and runs it himself instead of handing it off to a tailback. Third down and 6, clock now under 7 minutes. Gatewood's got to hurry to get this play off, and they will. Haley dropping back to pass, looking for a receiver, will throw. And did he catch that?
They're saying
no, it's saying incomplete. Fell short at about the 35-yard line. So that'll stop the clock. It's now 4th and 5. And we will have Jason Berner come out and attempt to punt this one away.
So that's exactly what they needed, and they get basically a free timeout, if you will.
Yeah.
With
Will Wright back to receive this. Excuse me, that's Will Fuller. Ooh, good pick there. Good kick there from Berner. It's going to bounce to the 20 and be picked up at the 15.
Oh, flag down though.
Yeah, we're going to get a block in the back. He'll be tackled at about the 30. We will have a block in the back here. Looks like it's going to be on number 7, Alan Wang. 70, Alan Wang. So that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It occurred at the 15, so I'll back him up to about the 5. And now you need 2 scores, and one of them's got to come on a 95-yard drive, and you have 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Things need to start going right for Brentwood right now.
Right.
They'll mark it at the 7 officially. Newton dropping back, now rolling to his left, going to tuck it and run straight out of bounds. He maybe got 1 out of that. But it does stop the clock, and that's as valuable as anything for Brentwood right now.
Right.
Gatewood's going to drop back into pass coverage, probably going to play some deep zone. They're probably not going to commit to stopping the run right now. Ooh, pressure on Newton, now scrambling, running to his right. He'll tuck it and go. Trying to get outside, will not. Great tackle there. Blake Haley wrapped him up and kept him down in bounds. So 3rd down and 8 now. Blitz on the way. Newton rolling to his left. Going to throw. Incomplete. I think we're going to get a late hit.
Is it going to be roughing?
Maybe.
The passer, maybe? That'll be huge.
That would be huge. That'd be a free 15 yards. Did the official? Yep, the official did throw the flag. Let's see what they call. It's in the area of holding, but it feels like it occurred after the ball was released. So more like a roughing the passer penalty.
Definitely a possibility. And it's going to be...
Everybody's walking forward, so it'll be a roughing the passer penalty. And that's a costly mental mistake for Gatewood.
Absolutely.
That might be exactly what Brentwood needs to get some momentum on their side. 5.5 minutes to go now. Now 1st and 10 from the 24. Still a long way to go. Man in motion. Newton dropping back. Got a man behind the defense.
Oh, what a good pass.
Just overthrew him. Just
Man.
barely overthrew Will Wright.
That would have been a touchdown.
Probably.
That's one right there where you're thinking, we got him beat.
Mm-hmm. He beat Charlie Rutherford in one-on-one coverage, and he was not going to chase him down, but put it just a little bit too far out in front of Wright. But I'm starting to. If I'm Coach Burt Brown, I'm saying, let's keep doing plays like that. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get somebody open eventually. They're gonna go deep, and we're gonna get back in this game. That's what I'd be telling my team. Newton throwing, caught at the 30, and it'll go out of bounds at the 35. That was number 10, Ben Tarbutton. He will have a 1st down, I think. No, they're going to mark him back to the 33, not the 35. He needs the 34. So 3rd down and 1. What do you do here? The all-important 1st down.
Well, you still got 2 timeouts.
That's
You've
true.
got to pick up a 1st down.
Yep.
Ooh, he almost mishandled the football.
Yep, stopped him in the backfield. Everyone knew it was coming. Thomas Denton took the Wildcat snap and lost yardage, and that's not what you need.
Not at all.
He didn't lose that much, though. This will be 4th down and a yard and a half instead of 4th down and a yard. Here's pretty much your ball game.
Yeah, you got to get this. No doubt about that. Had a little snafu in our score graphic, so I'm trying to fix it, but looks like it's going to be close here on the first down. Looks like they got it marked.
The far side official has it marked past the first down. I think the near side official does too, so all signs point to a first, and it is. So first down, Brentwood converts. That's twice on this drive. Newton dropping back to pass. Man, open down the middle. Oh, just overthrew him.
Wow.
Tried to get that one to 19, Robert Jackson.
I tell you what, that was a good-looking throw as well.
It was. Straight down the middle of the field. Fell incomplete at about the 25.
Got 4:18 to go here. I'm kind of having to manually update this clock situation. But
hand off to Denton up the middle, and he got nothing.
That'll be third down and 9 maybe. That's a tough one right there because you're expecting to bust that a little bit, considering you would think that your defense is in mostly pass.
Yeah, it feels like this Gatewood D-line has beaten this Brentwood O-line, at least as far as the run plays. Open man, he caught it, breaks a tackle going down the far sideline, and it'll step out at the 30.
Yeah, a big part of that play right there is he stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
After he got all those yards, so now you stop the clock. It's a first down and 10 on the third down play. And what a good throw right there. Set his feet. He had to turn his body a little bit because he's a lefty rolling to the right.
Right.
And throw against his normal hand, if you will. Maybe a little bit behind the receiver, but able to turn upfield after he broke the tackle.
Dropping back to pass again. Gonna float one. Jump ball. Incomplete. Rutherford would have had a game-sealing interception if he was able to hold on to it, but as it is, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I didn't see who the receiver was, but he tried to get inside to go after the football to cut off the defender. But the good thing there is still for Brentwood, you didn't burn off too much time. That play started with 3:35 to go in the game, and you've got 3:29, so just 6 seconds. This is the kind of, you're hoping you'll hit on a big play every couple plays, and that'll get you down the field.
Yep. Throws an out route incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver.
And now you got to pick up. Now you got to focus on the first down.
Yep. It'll be 3rd and 10, 3.5 minutes here to go. Folks, if you're just here to enjoy some high school football, we have the next game coming up, scheduled to start at 7. It'll probably start a little bit later than that, but the AAA State Championship game will immediately follow this one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how GISA has had it set up this year. I know that the purchasing of the game is through Athletic Junction. So just be sure to utilize the GISA website or whatnot, and that one's just kind of thrown away.
Yeah, no one in the area of the reception. There was a flag just as the ball was snapped. Felt like a hold.
Let's see what the call is.
Illegal motion on the offense.
That'll be declined unless it's a dead ball and they have to mark it off. Guess it is. So it'll be 3rd and 15 instead of. See, if I was the defense, I would want to decline that penalty.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think they did. They're bringing it back to the original spot now.
That was my thought. But there's some penalties in high school that are automatically called that are dead ball. But I guess since that wasn't a pre-snap dead ball foul.
So Brentwood's going to take a timeout to think this over. We will too. You are With 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go, Brentwood knocking on the door, but Gatewood leads 27-14 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Founded in 1985, the Georgia Independent School Association proudly represents nearly 170 accredited private, independent, and parochial schools across the state. From Tallulah Falls to St. Simon's Island, from Columbus to Augusta, our schools serve over 76,000 students every year. Whether parents are interested in smaller class sizes, more individual attention, a religious-based curriculum, or a safe and structured environment, the GISA provides a strong education, which is the foundation for success. To learn more about the GISA and how they can serve your school, visit us online at www.gisaschools.org.
Welcome back, Brentwood needing a first down here. And that can't have that. Stacked and fumbled. Gatewood picks it up, and this will be a scoop and score for the Gators. And that'll just about do it. Nope, we're going to get a blindside block. This one will come back. That was unnecessary. Man, I don't know if you could see that on your cameras, but
that's got to be
number six, Ben Paxson. Well, Jack Schneider picked up the fumble and was running it to the end zone, had a clear lane. Ben Paxson cut back and blindsided a Brentwood player 20 yards behind the play, which was just wholly unnecessary.
And it takes a score off the board.
Yep.
But
you do have the ball and 3 minutes to go with a 13-point lead. But it occurred after the fumble was recovered, so Gatewood will have it. Now under 3 minutes to go. Brentwood only has one timeout. And now all you have to do is just milk the clock.
Right.
Just don't turn it over. You'll be fine. Yeah, this will. So you go from having a touchdown to the 42. That's one of the things that as a coach makes you pop antacids.
Yeah.
One of many things.
That's a good way to say that. That's definitely true.
But I'm sure Coach Jeff Ratliff will only have to pop one tonight because he looks like he's about to walk away with a three-peat state championship.
Right.
Luke Haley going to run it right behind his blockers. And he'll be tackled after a gain of about 7 or 6. It looks like we've got an injured Gator down right where the play ended.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a number on that young man. Looks like they're looking at his left arm, maybe. Now being helped up. Now looks like he's favoring that right leg. This number 10, Bryce Johnson, he's had a heck of a game tonight. Tell you what, as good as Gatewood's offense has been, it hasn't been one player. It's been multiple guys stepping up. Evan Bennett had a long touchdown. Bryce Johnson had one. Luke Haley has been not his usual explosive self, but has ripped off a couple of nice 6 or 7 yard runs to keep sticks moving.
Yeah, and in this type of game where you knew it was going to be a familiar foe, somebody who was going to defend you pretty well, you made the big plays when you needed to try to win this state championship.
Yep. Now under 240. Haley running outside. He'll have the first down and spin down to the 20. There's another first down, and you can just about kneel this thing out.
Right, they've got one timeout left, but still we're down to, 2:32 in the game.
Yep. Clock will now run. Last thing you want is anybody getting hurt right now. Let everybody be healthy when they celebrate this thing.
And you got to tip your hat to Brentwood. They obviously played a whale of a game, but just not in the end enough offense to get it done.
Yep. Haley carries up the middle, gets maybe one.
Their defense was very, very stingy for most of the game. They did have a couple plays break there in the third quarter, and that's really going to end up being the difference. I mean, those big plays in the third quarter that broke, just a worn-down defense that unfortunately kind of had the dam burst on them.
Yeah, like we said, Gatewood had a hard time sustaining drives. It was the big plays. They had 2 or 3 that really sealed this game for them. Now, Haley just trying to run for as long as possible, and he'll end up shaking himself out of his shoes and be down around the 25.
But that's smart. You don't want to run out of bounds and stop the clock.
Exactly. He just kind of looked like he was dancing around in the backfield for as long as possible. And now that clock will continue to run. We'll hit under a minute. And I assume Gatewood will go to the sideline, take a timeout when this play when the play clock hits 0. Or no, if that offense is coming back out.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is force Coach Burt Brown to burn his final timeout.
Yeah, they will be able to take a knee with the clock under 40, which would end the game.
Well, but he's got a timeout left is what he's doing.
That's true. Haley hit behind the line of scrimmage, but now we are under 30 seconds. And
now he's going to take his timeout and force them to either kick or do whatever. So that was that was Brentwood's final timeout.
Yep.
And we've got 30 seconds remaining in the game. Fourth down and 13, but Gatewood on top by 13. I don't think I kick a field goal here.
No.
I probably snap it to Luke Haley out of the shotgun and tell him to run around for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
run around until someone hits you and
give them the ball back with like 15 seconds. And because really the field goal, it does you good, I guess. It forces them, they got to score 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points because it'd be a 16-point deficit, but I don't know if it's worth the risk.
2 touchdowns and 2 extra points.
I mean, 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Sorry. Words are hard.
Yeah, they are. When you got other stuff going on, too.
It hasn't been the dominating performance from Gatewood, but it's just been the steadiness and consistent play. They haven't been able to run the football as effectively, but they've had some big plays.
Haley going to pitch it to Johnson. That was dangerous, putting the ball in the air. And he'll be tackled after a short gain. And Brentwood will get the ball back with about 20 seconds left. The clock still hadn't stopped. The clock's still running.
Wow.
That ran about 5 or 6 seconds off.
Yeah, it should have been.
For what good it does.
Stopped at 24 seconds.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that clock should have stopped at 24 seconds is when they tackled him and blew the whistle.
Either way, it's Brentwood's ball at the 20 or so. I think the 17 is where they're going to mark it. And, yeah, there they go. They're going to put 21 on the clock.
Yeah, they missed that, though. But, it is me.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
Brett just doesn't like officials. It doesn't matter what sport it is.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm paying attention to the clock because I'm trying to get the clock to match up.
Deep heave from Brentwood. Pass is incomplete. 14 seconds. Intended for Ben Tarbutton.
And I don't mean this negatively, but normally when they put clock time back in high school, they normally don't. They normally shortchange you because they don't really have any way of going back and looking and seeing how much clock's left. You know what I mean? So they just got to rely on who saw it last. It's not like in college where you can go back and actually see the review.
Floating it out. That's going to be picked off by Johnson. He's going to dance on the sideline, and he will have a pick six. And that'll just about do it.
Yep.
If it wasn't done before, it sure is now.
Right. Brentwood will go on to win a three-peat here in the
Gatewood.
AA rank. Excuse me. Gatewood, sorry.
Yeah, 3 in a row, all led by the quarterback, Luke Haley, who had probably the worst game, with the worst state championship that he's played of the 3, but who cares when you're walking away with 3 rings? Great career for him as a Gatewood Gator. And for all of these seniors, I mean, there's a ton of them.
Right.
Kick is up, and it is good, 34-14, padding the score a little bit. I'll tell you, the final score for this one is, barring anything weird, 34-14. And the game was actually a lot closer than the final score would suggest. Hats off to Brentwood. They played a very, very competitive and close football game up until the defense just got gassed.
Right. Well, it's tough, you want to try to come back in the game. You're down 13-7 at halftime. You get the football coming out, and you don't do a whole lot with it, and your defense has to go right back out on the field. And then, you give up the big plays in the third quarter. Then you score, you try to come back, and you just, couldn't make it happen. And unfortunately, you did a lot of good things early, but not to get down on Brentwood, but you got kind of yourself offensively to blame because you had plays there for the taking that you just couldn't finish it off as far as completing the pass or whatever it may be. Their first drive of the game, they had a receiver wide open down the middle of the field and just couldn't get him the football. And so they did make some plays, but Gatewood seemed to make the big plays when it mattered most.
Yep.
And that's really the difference. That late touchdown there really isn't consequential, but Brentwood had their chances, and unfortunately they couldn't cash in. But that takes nothing away from what Gatewood's done. You think about it, they're doing something right over there in Eatonton to be as consistent and as successful as they've been.
Like we said tonight, there wasn't any one player that was super dominant. It was just a good job all around. That defense played very well other than a couple of plays, and the offense really spread the wealth as to who got the carries. And Jason Berner set to boot this one, and he will. High squib kick caught at the 20, now coming out of the pile. And good return here, now in a foot race, and he'll be tackled at the 40.
And that's the final play of the game.
Yep.
And your final score will be Gatewood 34 and Brentwood 14. And the Gatewood Gators are your GISA AA state champions for 2020. So congratulations to Coach Jeff Ratliff and his squad over in Eatonton. The Gatewood Gators win the title here for the 3rd consecutive year, and Brant will quickly wrap up our post-game show here and try to give you the trophy ceremony here. I'm not sure how they're going to do it with the COVID situation.
Well, the players are shaking hands at midfield right now, and like you said, a pretty competitive game. Just the final score kind of got away from Brentwood there at the end, but they played well up until the very end. Really good game, and congratulations to Gatewood. You win your 3rd straight state championship. Luke Haley goes out a winner. I think if you're going to give an MVP, you probably have to spread it between Evan Bennett and Bryce Johnson. I think they both played fantastic games. And Luke Haley, obviously, the leader of this team. And you go out a winner. You send off all your seniors with a third ring.
Right, and we'd like to say congratulations to them. I'm not sure what the protocol is going to be here at the championship trophy ceremony or whatnot, but we will certainly find out. Again, your final score, 34-14, and if I had to say it, probably your player of the game is a combination of number 7, Evan Bennett, who had big plays, obviously Bryce Johnson with a huge run, and then Haley played well on both sides of the football. But let's listen into the trophy presentations here. Again, your AA state champions in GISA are the Gatewood Gators. So Brentwood going to receive the trophy for runners-up here from Mr. Clint Morgan, the GISA Director of Athletics, and Dr. Jeff Jackson, the President of the GISA. And then the Gatewood Gators getting ready to receive their state championship trophy here. Luke Haley going to take it from Dr. Jeff Jackson. Congratulations to the Gatewood Gators as they win the 2020 state championship here for the AA ranks of GISA. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Thank you for watching these broadcasts. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be ready on the AAA link in about an hour. I'd like to thank Brant Daughtry for all his hard work on the play-by-play action. Also like to thank Kenny Kofer for helping us out upstairs on the camera and bringing you all the tight shots that he did. And I'd also like to congratulate Coach Burt Brown for the Brentwood War Eagles for their runners-up effort and their great ball game here tonight, and also Coach Jeff Ratliff and his champion Gatewood Gators out of Eatonton. I've been Brett Taylor saying so long here from Mercer University as we finish up the AA championship game right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.